What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Knowing is Knowing. I'm your host, Rashad Young, and as always, I appreciate you all tuning in to a brand new episode. Listen to this podcast on your favorite audio platform. Make sure to subscribe to it, leave it a thumbs up. Just let me know, put a review, whatever it is. I appreciate it. If you listen to this on my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel to check out more videos and content like this moving forward. Over the past few weeks, I've had several conversations about this concept. And it's about doing the work. It's about healing. It's about understanding what it is that we're meant to do to become healed. Here's the thing that we don't talk about often. None of us will ever truly be healed. I know that's shocking news to some of you, and some of you guys are like, what are you talking about? What do you mean nobody can truly be healed? And when you think about it, when you think of the word healed, that is ED, is finishing at the end, that means complete. And what do we know about life itself? Is that it's an ongoing process. Chapters will close, but a new story will unfold after that. You're never truly healed from anything. You just have a better sense of awareness on how to navigate things better. Thing is, when we go into a new year, outside of wanting to change our physical appearance, emotional avoidance and wanting to do the work sometimes stays the same. Everybody says they want to do the work, but few actually explain what it means. And hopefully this episode gives you a better understanding. When we think about doing the work, sometimes we often think about aesthetics. And as much as I love people who make content about these type of topics, I think sometimes the plot is missed because healing is not a 60-second video. It is not cut and filtered to just show moments of you crying and then to different state of happiness. Sometimes it can take years to fully understand all the things that you've been through to become a better person. On the other end, though, we have to realize is that even when we put things out like that, healing is not meant to be loud or comfortable or bold. It is supposed to be ugly and rigid. It's not supposed to be beautiful. Nothing about healing is really meant to be comfortable. And that's the truth about doing the work. When you do the work, there's more action that's required than the actual visual. There's many of us that listen to various podcasts, such like this, or other people that inspire us to hear different stories about how the people went through their healing journey. But nobody talks about the true day-to-day emotions that they dealt with. Because healing is not linear. It is something that takes time. Healing, you may feel like you're taking one step forward, and then the next day you may be taking 15 steps back. There's days you're going to feel like you're on top of the world, and there's other days you're going to feel confused, lost, and hopeless. And on those bad days, what we tend to do is we fixate on those bad days, and we don't think that any good days are coming from it. But in fact, you are relearning yourself. When you are healing, you have to relearn so many different situations and traumas and moments in your life that's impossible to figure out within 6 months. I think a lot of us get into these situations where we're open to learning about our healing journey and we want to remove all the bad things as quick as we can. And as painful as that pains me as somebody that works with people in this space, there's the truth is that I cannot give you an estimated timeline when you will become healed because I don't know and neither will you. But it's taking those steps that are going to be the most important. From a counselor's lens, when you think about people who really want to heal, you think about people who have awareness, want to be responsible, or they really want to change behavior that's important to them. They want to start naming emotions instead of reacting to them. They want to identify the patterns and not just the pain. Insight without action creates no real change. But from a human sense, why doing the work can be confusing, why it's tough. Again, this feeling confused and lonely, uncelebrated. Imagine how many people feel more isolated when they start healing, how many people start moving back towards different ways of their life, removing different people out of their life when they are trying to heal. So it is about owning the things that are important to you. Why we avoid the work is because we try to do different things. We try to intellectualize it. We try to distract ourselves. We try to rationalize why things are happening. And a lot of things that happen to us as people are not normal. Our brain is not designed to embrace discomfort, which is why it makes healing so complex. When you avoid it, it only protects you in the short term. Continuously running from yourself instead of being reflective to do the work, regardless if you're responsible for not, it's just causing more harm than good. There's only so many situations in life where we can allow our youth, being naive, or just pure ignorance to protect us for all those things that have damaged us that cause more problems moving forward. And we can't do that anymore. If you really want to do the work, you have to accept the fact that you have to go through a period of discomfort. You have to. You have to embrace those things because the cost of avoidance, you're losing peace. You're going to keep repeating those same patterns, whether it's a job, relationships, etc. You're going to feel stuck despite knowing you know better. How many of us have said that? How many of us have been like, man, there's things I know I could be doing better or I could be way more ahead. And we're continuously doing the same thing. And the last important thing is that you're disconnecting yourself from trusting yourself. So, how do we do better with that? Let's start pausing before reacting. Let's start apologizing for different things that we are responsible for instead of adding a but. Let's journal uncomfortable truths. Let's let go of people or roles or situations that no longer fit. Lastly, stay present in the discomfort instead of rushing to fix. There is no video that can fix your pain in 60 seconds. People will give you their perspective of what they've been through in minutes and they will share stories. It does not mean it puts a band aid over your experience because it cannot. Accept growth is slow and it's not linear. You do the work because you realize it's not perfection. You do the work because you want to. At the end, the work isn't pretty, but it's powerful. And growth starts when execution's end. So, as you're going to your new week, as you think about different things that are important to you, make sure you do everything in your power to start being responsible and stop avoiding the work because you're designed for so much more. But our pain, our trauma, the different things that happen to us is sometimes holding us back, and we will no longer allow that to be. So I appreciate it. We all start doing it together. It's been that episode, Knowing is Knowing. As always, make sure to subscribe. See you all next time. Until next time, peace.